Lighting. Woo. Lighting is the absolute most important thing in your render ever. Okay? If you could have, I've said this many times before, you could have the strongest model in the galaxy. You could have the best, most complex model in the galaxy. But see, this is a pretty, it's a decent model, okay? It's the Thundergun it's the Thundergun from Call of Duty Zombies that I made in about an hour 15 minutes. You know, it doesn't have a ton of detail, but it's a decent model. Okay, it's textured. Well, it's not textured, but it only has flat materials. Because I kind of have a thing for that. I know I'm weird, but this is a pretty decent model. Okay, and under the correct lighting conditions, I think it could be a really good and presentable model. But we have no lights in the scene, okay? We're just relying solely on world light right now. So let's bring the world color down to where it would be at default, and let's see how this model looks, okay? Yeah, not very good. I mean, the lighting coming from these two little things is making it look a little better, but there's really nothing that my eye wants to look at. It's just gray, especially since the gun is comprised of mainly metal. There's a lot of dark colors already on the model, and just having just a dark background with no contrast, it's not good. So increasing the color, it's better, okay, but there's still really it's just a gun, okay? It's just like any other gun, okay? There's nothing really my eyes want to look at. It's not bringing out the model like I want it to. So basically, I'm going to show you a few ways to light your model to look good. So first, we're going to use a point light setup for just parts that your eye wants to see. So let's say I add a point light and bring it over to the back over here, kind of over here-ish. And let's say make it a purplish color with maybe 150 watts of power. Now Shift D, bring over another point light over here, make it more orangey, and then I look at it and we can see that now it has actual contrast. Now it still is very low key and lighting, like down here it's not lit and stuff. But if you're just kind of going for like a shot, like you want it to be in the dark and kind of covered up, it's a decent lighting setup for that. You could also add more point lights, like say over here, and then add another one, say maybe down here, and then we have our gun lit by point lights. And that's a very simple lighting setup. You can see it's contrasting pretty well. We have purple here, orange here, and orange here. And it gives the model kind of like a feel like it's being lit by something. Like there's something there that's lighting the model, because there's different forms of lighting on the model. Okay? The second way I like lighting my models, and this is my personal favorite way of lighting my models because I use it on like everything I do. And it's by adding a plane, putting the plane below the model, scaling the plane up like this, giving the plane, say, maybe a orangish color, giving it a roughness of 1, and then just doing a basic 3-point lighting setup on the object. Now, a 3-point lighting setup is one of my favorites, because it gives angle, well, it lights the model from 3 different angles, 2 sides over here, and then a back over here. And it also gives you a lot of room for contrast. So I'm gonna make my light 5 meters, and bring my color over here to, let's say, a reddish color, kind of like that. Bring it over here. We'll duplicate it, bring it over here, aim it here, and then put the color as maybe a blue. I'm also going to change the strength of the color to 5,000. I'm going to change it to 5,000, and then bring one back here bring it over here, and then light the model from back here, and then half it. So maybe 3,500. No, it's 2,500. That's half 5,000. And then we can see if we look. Let's make sure. Okay, our color is off. But now we can see that our gun is. It looks pretty good. Right now, at least. I'm pretty sure my camera is. Yep. Okay. But now we can see that my gun. It looks good. You know. It has lighting from all angles. You can see that the light is reflecting off it pretty well. You can see that some is orange, some is blue. If we really wanted to, we'd change this to maybe a redder color, maybe something like that. I'm actually more of a fan of the oranger color, but we can see that our lighting is, it's good. Now, you could also have a 2-point lighting setup where you don't have a light right here. So let's hide that light. And we can see that we have still a pretty good lighting setup, but it's just kind of darker over here. And that's pretty much the 2 ways you can light a model to make it look good. This is a pretty quick video, I know, but it's just some basics on lighting. Because lighting it could be very hard to accomplish, but just remember a few things that I'm going to say right now. First, make sure you can see your model, okay? Now, even if you're going for a kind of obscured look where you can't see all of the model, make sure all the important focal points of your model are in view and they're apparent. Make sure they're not obscured by anything. Make sure that your camera is very able to see, or the viewer is very able to see what you want them to see, and that it's well lit. Depending on what kind of lighting scheme you're going for. Make sure the model isn't overlit. Now, what I mean by that is make sure that the model isn't too bright, because then it can take away from the contrast of the model toward the world or the environment, and it just makes everything overblown and bad. Third thing is make sure you have equal lighting when you're lighting something. So let's say right here, right? Let's say I have these 2 lights right here, but then for some reason when I'm looking at it this way, this whole part of the model would be like really dark, but this side right here and this side right here wasn't, and that can be caused from a lot of things. Mainly it's the camera or the lighting angles are wrong, but nobody wants that. Nobody wants to have just a really dark spot on their model, so make sure you avoid that. And yeah, if you just follow those, then you should have a pretty well lit model, and it should be okay. So I'm gonna re-enable my lights right here, and yeah, we can see that my model is lit very well, and it's that. Thanks guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. My name is Michael from Polygon Island. I know it's a really short video, but I just wanted to get something out to you guys because I haven't uploaded in a while, and I have reasons because I haven't. So I'm not just leaving, but I've had reasons why I haven't uploaded a lot. But I just wanted to get something out for you guys. Hopefully this gets you by until my next actual tutorial, which will be an interior tutorial. So thanks guys so much for watching. Hopefully you learned a little bit something about lighting in this video. And my name is Michael from Polygon Island. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.